guys, welcome back to my channel. It is 10 it's May 27th. And I just heard the most amazing message of my life. Not even kidding. Just got back from church. I'm like on fire and like, oh, I like also kind of just like, because it hit me right in the face. And I was just like, I have got to go ahead and record this video because like, oh my gosh. And I'm just going to go ahead and give like I'm sorry because you all know I video on my bed and I'm really trying to find something that will help steady my computer, but when I'm like, ah, it moves. So I'm going to probably get excited and it's going to be like, earthquake, but I'm going to try my best not to be like too bad besides what I've already done. So, but yeah. Okay, I'm so excited. Are you guys ready? I'm ready for some inspiration. Okay, let's do this. You guys. This message was so good. One second. Can we just take a second and admire this shirt that I have on? I just got it and I'm like in love with it. And can you see it? It says all the time God is good. Well, you can't see the is good part, but it's under there. So I love it. I wore it to church today. I think it's so cute. Okay, back to the message. Y'all, okay, if you watched my video last time, we were going through Romans. We continue to go through Romans this week, obviously. But I just want to go ahead and let you know that this message is probably going to be longer than my last one just because we covered so much and I have like so much to say about it that I'm just like, I have to get it out there. So, I mean, I'm going to try not to make it too long as I keep chatting. But, yeah, so just kind of be prepared. Okay, so this week we decided, I have my little pamphlet from church. We decided to do Romans 1:18 through 2:5. And our topic was the world war and personal battle of truth versus lies. Y'all, this letter that was given to us literally is a punch in the face. And I think we all need it sometimes because, oh my gosh, I was just like crying in church because I was like, I felt so bad. Like, it like made me really take a look at myself. And like, even my pastor, his name's Harrison, he was like, listen, this is going to be like, you a bad person. Like, just know that you're going to be a bad person. But he's like, he's telling you this so that you know how to change and be better, pretty much. So, here we go. So, like I said, we started in Romans 1:18 and went through 2:5. And pretty much this whole passage and this whole message that we got today was about how we follow God and not today's culture. Like how we can live a godly life in today's culture and like be a part of this culture. You know what I mean? And it basically, I kind of want to read this letter to y'all, but I don't want to be like too long. But basically we learned that God is love and God is just. But also that God doesn't put up with sin. You know, God is constantly calling to us and he's giving us his hand and helping us throughout the thing. But like after a certain point when you're like, no, he's like, okay, so you want to be on your own. Okay, let's see how that works out. And that's when you're like, oh crap, like, I didn't realize how much I need a God because my life is in shambles. And that's like one thing that God really, he allows to happen to us because he wants us to see that we need him more than we need things of the world. And that's what one of the big passages was. And I think, too, what they were saying is that he wants for us to see that we're suppressing the truth. So, like, his word and everything is the truth of this world and what we need to follow, but we like to be like, no. Or, oh yeah, well, this is it, but I'm going to twist it a little so it works for me. And that's what he's showing us, that we can't, that we've suppressed it and we've gone to the world of things, and that's how we start losing ourselves. And listen, we learned today, actually, you know what? I want to read this to you because I think I'll have my thoughts a little bit better if I do. So, this is pretty much what we should be doing every day. So, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, whom by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world and the things that have been made. So they are without excuse. For although they know God, they did not honor him as God, or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking, and their foolish hearts were darkened. That's one thing, this is not all of it, but that's one thing that the pastor really hit on, and he was talking about how we have futile thinking and pretty much foolish hearts, because there's a difference in knowing God and honoring him. So, if you know him, he was saying, like, yeah, okay, you know him, you know God, you know a little bit of the word, this, that, and the other, but are you honoring him? Are your thoughts honoring him? Your actions honoring him? The things you're doing in daily life honoring him? Because if you just know him, but you're not honoring him, you're not doing justice to yourself or to God. And that is how the truth gets suppressed, because if you're knowing him, you're suppressing the truth and saying, like, oh, yes, I do know this. I know Jesus, and I know what he stands for, but yet I'm not sharing it. I'm not living it out. I'm not doing anything. So then the world starts to kind of creep into our heart and be like, oh, so you know him, but you're not really caring about it. You know, it's like the little angel and devil thing on your shoulders. You know, the little devil's like, but you could do this, you know, while the angel's like, but you should be doing this. It's like that tug and pull of what is right and wrong, when there's a clear line of what is right and what is wrong, and it starts getting into that gray area when you're not honoring him. And this, I'm going to skip down because this is what really hit me, and I was just like, I feel like an awful person. And this is what Harrison was like, you're going to feel like an awful person. Because it says, this is in Romans 1:28. This is where I'm starting. It says, and since they did not see fit to acknowledge God, God gave them up a debased mind to do what ought to be done. They were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they know God's decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, and they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. So, this hit me hard because Harris decided to focus on two of the big things that I think most of us do, which is gossiping and also the inventors of evil. And he really said that this was the main thing about gossiping, that why people do it, honestly. And he was saying that a lot of the times people gossip about other people simply to say that, hey, I'm here, they're here. I'm better than them, and this is why. Or even in the church, if people are like, oh, she did something inappropriate. Let me tell someone else about it, to be like, look at their sin instead of my sin. And I'm going to tell you, I am a huge part of the gossiping community. And sometimes I don't realize that I'm even doing it. And that's the bad thing. Like, I don't even realize it. Like, someone walks by and I'm like, oh, she probably shouldn't be wearing that. You know what? It's not my place to judge. If she wants to wear that, let her wear that. If that makes her feel confident, let her wear it. It's not my place to be like, oh, well, she shouldn't be wearing that, or that should be longer, or blah, 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 blah. And I think that's one thing that we have to learn, that, like, we're no better by talking about someone than the person we're talking about. So, we need love. That's like one thing that like stuck out to me when he said that. I was like, we just need encouragement and love, because by us gossiping about them, like, what good is that doing? Or like talking to someone or being like, I don't approve of that. Like, what is that? What does that have to do with us? Like, how does that affect us? It doesn't. What other people do does not affect us. So why can't we just love people? Why can't we just not judge people? Let's not gossip about people. Let's, walk up to someone and just be like your hair, like your dress, nice nose ring. Like, I mean, honestly, that was one of the big messages I think that really hit me, because it also hit me because it's like one of those things where you're like, oh, well, I'm doing so good because I go to church and I wear Jesus shirts and all this, that, and the other. But like, what about the other 6 days of the week? Are we actually living the way we do on Sunday? Because I know I'm struggling, because Sunday comes around and I'm like, oh, I'm so good on Sunday, I'm really good on Monday, Tuesday I'm kind of like and then by like Wednesday and Thursday I'm like, no, and that's gotta stop. You gotta be living your truth Monday through Sunday. And that's hard. That's really hard to do. That's why I want to make a challenge to live my life the way I do on Sundays. Because it's like this fuel and this fire, and you get it extra and then you forget about it throughout the week. It's like it gets you fueled on Sunday and it lasts you for a little bit. But then it's like by the middle of the week, you're just kind of like, I don't know. And then by Sunday, you're like, oh my God, like, this is great. Jesus, hallelujah. And then by Wednesday again, you're talking about some girl's hair because it looks messed up or something. Or you think it looks messed up. Maybe she was meant to look it that way. I mean, look at my hair. Y'all could be judging me right now. I don't know. But I think my main message, I've been rambling forever. I don't even know if any of this makes sense at all. But I think my main thing is like, we all need to love each other. We need to stop judging each other. We need to stop gossiping about each other and just love, give compliments. That's my challenge to you this week. I'm going to try to start doing a challenge every week, and I want to hear from y'all if you actually partake in it. So my challenge this week is, if you see a stranger or someone you know or someone you're just like passing by on the street or something, give them a compliment. You never know what they're going through in their life, and you saying like, your makeup looks great, or I really like those shoes, or you have a great smile, something, or like, give me a high five, like, just something that can make someone's day 10 times better just by hearing something nice like that. So that's my challenge to you this week. Go out, be nice, give encouragement, change your thoughts a little. Our thoughts have gotten so bad to where we see someone and we can't be like, wow, her makeup looks really good, because we're too busy looking at something that's negative about it, So I just really want everyone to go out, have a great week, spread some love. I want to hear from you. Please comment down below if you partake in something or if someone says something nice to you. Maybe they're like, hey, So I really want to hear from y'all. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you do partake or if you like this video, whatever. And I just hope everybody has a blessed week. I'm sorry if I rambled, but I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see y'all in my next video. Okay? Bye, guys.